until someone says that they are going to jump in with us. We're going to plan her up. Alrighty, so let's take a look at our stuff. You can tell I was shopping there momentarily, but got too much stuff. So let's go look at our avatars first. Today was also a little patch day. We put the notes on our Twitter, but just a few quality of life changes. In short, global volume control. That's really useful. We found out that we had the UI and AI was eating our frame rate, so we fixed that, adjusted that. There's a lot more we can do with performance optimization if we really want to dig in, but those were some low-hanging fruit, and we're surprisingly eating a lot of milliseconds. We also fixed, well, we believe we fixed the, if you watched the previous stream, there were occasional lag spikes. That was from spawning bosses with modifiers that they're not allowed to have. Oops. So the random generation, we kept on trying to generate more and more items with a modifier that item couldn't have. And then we fixed some other minor things. But those are the most impactful things. So hopefully the frame rate will be better, which is really important, obviously, for like ranged attacks in particular. Alright, so in our last stream we actually played a ton, but we didn't actually mess with the equipment at all. We just were having a grand old time just playing. So haven't even messed with what we talked about 2 streams ago, which is starting to work on some increasing the chain kill damage, which means you get +1 damage per kill, which is kind of the non-percentage equivalent of our existing combo damage. So combo damage is percentage based. Every time you do a combative action, you'll get combo multiplier, which is similar to like fighting games. But this is more like MOBA style. Get the killing blow, get some benefit. In this case, +1 damage per hit. So I think that those two will fit well together, especially since we're doing the shield and sword build. This is pretty defensive, stay alive a long time, so having these things that require a bunch of combat or kills works pretty decent with me. And of course we have our tried and true increased damage at full health. That was the first stat we worked on in the very first stream. So, actually I think we may have to do a little bit of inventory shuffling or selling or something. Because we just don't have any space. We can't run any items. In fact, we're way over. So you can get over capacity because of quests. If you satisfy quests, they give you rewards, and they'll give you the rewards regardless of if you have inventory space. That was just a design decision. We figured it would suck if they gave you a reward and you didn't actually get to keep it because you're out of inventory space. So we're just going to go sell some stuff that's not very important. This is our super sword, by the way, the one we crafted on stream 3 or something, 2 or 3. So, heck, I believe this is one we got a while ago. By the way, if you're new to the stream, these dev-onlys, obviously, it's something only we, the developers, see. It's just ensuring that our items are indeed balanced, because that's one of the features of Forging Glory is, despite the game having items and progression, all items are ultimately fair, which means overall your character is fair. So, for example, I made this fancy sword, but I've chopped off almost 1/4 of my hit points to get all these cool bonuses, which means I'm quite a bit like a glass cannon. Essentially, I'm relying on my skill of using my shield to save myself most of the time. But like, I have a huge hole for piercing damage. So someone can shoot me and kill me real quick, especially with a crossbow. Shh, don't tell anyone. Let's see here. Man, I have so much stuff. I would like to extract some of this stuff so we can use it later. So unlike, say, like the division you have to keep items around that you want to, like, oh, I like that modifier, I like that trait or whatever. Like, you have to just hold all those items in your inventory. In Fortune Glory, we have you can extract them and they become their own little inventory piece, so you don't have thousands of pieces of armor and you try to remember why did I keep that one. So for example, I wanted to keep the armor, so I can just select that guy, select the armor, and say extract, and then I pay 5,500 voxels to keep it. Ta-da! So now I have that armor, which I can then later on put somewhere else. I think that's probably what I wanted to do with a few of these items. I'm trying to remember. This shield's hilarious. Plus 90% shield size. It's gigantic. It's not very practical, but it's hilarious, so I keep it. See, like this shield has negative 55% pierce resistance, which would be terrible. I feel like I wanted to just get more hit points, because I also need to worry about like my defense. I've been almost exclusively working on offense. I did 2 streams ago push the hack resistance up to 50%, which is maxed out. So I'm good against other sword characters, but any kind of spear, like spears and projectiles, are going to destroy me. So I was tempted to try to slot hit points somewhere, but I haven't decided where. Also, I really just need inventory space, and hit points are common, so I'm just going to sell that. Get the money. The money's worth more. Alright, so we're going to sell some of this stuff. Alright. He's not using this. Maybe I was at one point, but I'm not now. So, sell that. That actually is kind of useful for the armor crushing. What is on my shield now? It has our hack resistance, so we can't ditch it. We'd have to put the hack resistance somewhere else. So right now, looks like the head is the most available for manipulation. Plus, I have this ugly, goofy head. This is the little goo monster from our parody game, Super Cat Herding. I have more lifesteal here, which is not critical. If I recall, the lifesteal, we have an absurd amount of lifesteal, so it looks like the body and the head are the slots we can modify down the road. So that we get into the match, I'm just gonna sell some stuff. I really like that trait. That's like traits have not been super useful so far. Like, I keep getting these kind of like passive defensive traits, like knockdown resistance, stuff like that, and they trigger automatically, which is fine. But something like this would be great because it's offensive. Though I guess you don't get the control timing. It's not by button press. It's based off when you hit an enemy, which, I mean, I'm hitting all sorts of enemies that are unarmored, so I may not apply at the right time. So maybe it's not as good as that. I'll take that sweet, sweet money. Since we're already maxed out in combo, we're almost maxed out. 34 out of 36. What does my archer have? Apparently he's not wearing this headpiece. What headpiece are you wearing? 15? 25? Well, that seems more useful. So I guess I can sell the gentle knight head of the leech. So. Right. Not that I've really worked on this ranged spell. Clearly, by the virtue of it having melee lifesteal, I have not touched this at all. Alright. Good enough. Let's play a match. I'm sure the number crunching is exciting for some, but I'm sure the number crunching is not very exciting for others. We explicitly worked on the play page running quicker. I'm surprised that was so slow. Alright, so we were doing this very interesting map. We had a whole bunch of factions, so we get one reward for defeating a faction. So, like, we defeat the red guys, the Vikings, we could get one of these 4 items, which getting inventory slots would be real nice. So, let's go defeat the red. Defeat the red guys. So, we have a choice of Team Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch, so it doesn't really matter. Down the road, I'd like to add a lot more interesting properties to each of the arenas. Like the enemy is, you know, maybe they'll have the enemy be biased to using spears or bows or something, and so you have to use a build that counters it. Yes, I know. I don't know why. The range characters in the role selection screen are really jank right now. Anyway, we're gonna use our melee guy here. I thought he hit me. Maybe I hit him. So the screen, you get screen shake for hitting the enemy too. So it was maybe perfectly timed. Are you still up? Oh man, cut him in half right against the wall. Hello. This character is so fast; it's like hard to aim him. I've maxed out the speed on this character. Hey, buddy, you want to fall off? Yeah. Goodbye. In our big, gigantic update on Monday, last Monday, we added the ability to push people, which is super fun. Before, two-hand swords were like really the only thing where you could strategically push people off edges. But now that everyone has the push, everyone can do it. Just two-hand swords push them a lot further and can do it all the time, whereas I'm limited by energy in the lower right corner. I'm limited by energy how often I can push. So. I definitely can notice the frame rate has improved. One downside of going after combo multiplier is now that we fixed the bug about combos racking up forever, is that if I'm out of combat for 5 seconds, I lose my combo. So like right now I'm at 62%, tell by the lower right corner, because I'm just in the thick of things. But, like, I can't, like, go retreat and get my health back. Because I'm afraid I'm going to lose the combo. Heck, I might lose it right now. Yep. Oh. Must have been right at the edge. Seconds. Oh no! That's what I get for checking who messaged me. Man, there's a whole bunch of archers. In the patch we released on Monday? This Monday, not 2 Mondays ago. We made it so AIs finally do line of sight checks so they don't shoot walls. Ow, ow, ow. This is why it's great to have a shield. Man, that guy just did not want to die. Goodbye. Oh, God. Oh, Archer, you little jerk. I'm coming to get you. Or your friends are gonna save you. Since this character is so fast, I really can flank him. Unless they swarm me. No. Ow. AIs are not smart enough yet to hit people on the ground, which actually probably is kind of a good thing. So that actually is a new change as of 2 weeks ago. Well, 2 weeks to the rest of the world. It was longer for us, but for a long time you weren't able to hit people on the ground. So you can knock them down, which was still strategically useful, like in capture the flag and stuff, but so many people kept trying to hit people on the ground. They wanted to, and we finally said, okay, fine, we're gonna try it. We put it in there, and it was just so darn fun that we had to keep it. So we decided that we'll put a modifier in. I've maxed out my kills up to the highest pitch, the bing, 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 every time we get a kill. But the hitting guys on the ground was so much fun, we had to keep it. So we're going to add modifiers so that players can add resistance when knocked down and such. So that they can at least build against it. Or inversely, you could use it as a con, where you could have negative resistance when you're on the ground. Ow. See, I'm just trying to keep circles strafing around them and attack different guys. As soon as a guy goes after me, I tend to just avoid him. I'm an archer. Can't really stop me. Goodbye. Yeah, sometimes the bots panic and they run away, especially like range bots. They try to run away, but they run off the edge occasionally. I mean, it happens to players all the time, but it's just kind of funny to see the bots run off the edge. Oh man, see? Well, there's a whole swarm of crossbow men. But I was saying earlier that that's my weakness. Like, unless I see them, I can put my shield in the way, but it's obviously you can't see everything. Don't have eyes in the back of my head. We got a boss, so that's kill switch. The gigantic person. Now, interestingly, there's supposed to be a UI element in the top leftish that says that a boss. The boss is supposed to taunt you, but he's not taunting. Oh man, we got 2 bosses. We have Lightbringer and Kill Switch. So bosses can be extremely difficult to kill. Unless you push them off. Goodbye. So I just got 311 glory for knocking off. Darn short, stubby sword. 2-hand swords are really nice. Yeah, you can tell I'm always swinging a little too early. Hello. Ow. Those bosses spawned. Really well on the score here. Though, granted, I helped the score a lot by pushing the boss off the edge. I'm also sure it's helping that I'm going after the archers constantly. So you might be wondering, why aren't the archers all attacking me? They do after a while, but we try to do a fine balance with the AI. It's very difficult, but the balance we're trying to seek is, you know, the whole game's about being this amazing celebrity warrior gladiator, and you know, if we really wanted to, we could make every single AI go after you, and you would die. I was trying to punch him off, but it wouldn't be any. You wouldn't feel really special if you're constantly dying. So while the AIs are more likely to focus on you, and I'm only doing 1 damage. So while we could have every AI target you when you're doing really well, like I was, you would just get pummeled. So what we do is just increase the chances of the AI targeting you the better you're doing. It's particularly noticeable when you're playing as an archer. See, since I'm a meleeer, I'm in the thick of things constantly, and so it's harder for me to tell if they're targeting me or not. Whereas if you're an archer, once you get a few kills, like every single archer on the field, enemy archer goes after you. Especially if you become the MVP, like the highest scoring guy in your team. So, and as an archer, you really have no defense except hiding behind walls. So we did really great on the glory. On average, you get about 4,000. So I was doing spectacular. We earned a ton of items. I usually earn like 4-ish, maybe 3, 4, and earned a lot of money. So let's look at what we got, which unfortunately doesn't look like anything that interesting. Now we're starting, like this account has enough glory now that I'm actually starting to get traits pretty consistently, which is nice. Actually, was it from quests? Yes, it is. So these are mastery quests. We don't have, pretty much we only have mastery quests right now. The idea is down the road we'll have a large variety of quests, and then we'll have daily quests, weekly quests, stuff like that. But right now we have mastery quests, which essentially rewards you for having a favorite weapon that you use all the time. So obviously I do sword and board. With this stream, I've been doing sword and board almost the entire time, and so I'm on really high levels of the shield and one-hand sword quests, and so it's kind of nice that you are rewarded for having a favorite item. And so you just keep getting more super high level versions as you move up the ranks. So unfortunately, this is not very exciting. 20 hit points for minus 100% critical damage, which means that headshots would do 0 damage, which is kind of hilarious. But when the activate button throws plus 35. That's hilarious. Oh, random generation. So, this increases my critical chance, or critical damage, I mean, but it has an innate negative 100. So you're just slightly increasing it from negative 100. That's definitely worthless. Free money. And this one's just not very exciting. Like the pro con here is actually not bad, but my existing one-hand sword is bloody amazing. So idle speed buff. After staying still for 4 seconds, your speed movement speed gets increased. Which, again, if I didn't have my character's speed already maxed out, then this actually would have been kind of nice. Except I don't really stand still ever. As an archer, this might have been really useful, but it's a sword, so goodbye. All the rest of these, there's vanilla items. There's nothing special. I'm some for the inventory space. All right, which means we're back to 33 out of 36. Just have fun. Is there anything fun to see in the details? Oh yeah, let's look at the boss kill. Actually probably one of my highest single glory kills I've ever gotten in the game. Apparently he had about 115, or she, depends what kill switch's gender is. It's supposed to be a she in our lore. Not that you would be able to tell right now. So 115, this is roughly approximate to hit points, the base, so he probably had, or she, it, whatever, 115-ish, and then you get 2.7 multiplier. That's a combination. The multiplier is a combination of how well you're doing at the time, and in this case, knocking them off to their doom. Forgot to join the Discord. Alright. Okay, someone joins me and I don't see it. I'm just like, so we have a bot that automatically, I have the stream focused on the game right now, but in our Discord, if you join our Discord, there's a link at zooptech.com at the bottom, join Discord. But if you join our Discord, we have, the game will automatically post GIFs of your action to our Discord room, which is kind of cool. We have a dedicated room for just your glorious fights. And so there's a GIF of me fighting the 2 bosses, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's go somewhere. We have one more, and hopefully we get an inventory slot. I know it's not that exciting in terms of the stream, but it's super useful to have inventory slots. I may call it quits after this because it's almost midnight and I have to get up early tomorrow. Now, if someone joins me, I'll gladly stay on. Ow, ow, ow. Man, we're just locking them up in their base. Thank goodness for that shield. There he goes. was totally not in the zone there. Just kept getting hit in various directions and kept turning around trying to find who was hitting me. Man, archers! That's my weakness. That ice sound you just heard is from an archer pinning me to the ground, which slows me down. Oh, that was nice.
Knock-off kill.
So if you aim for the legs, you're more likely to knock him down, like I just did there. With two-hand swords, it's a much greater chance than with one hand. Hi, you guys. I don't think Spartacus would have used a two-hand sword. Doesn't seem like his style. If you guys have ever watched Spartacus, the TV show, it's pretty fun. But in that show, he never used a two-hand sword. Oh, I hit him. I killed him on the way down. Stop running away. Why did I code the archers to be smart enough to run away? Ow. Oh, God. I also made him smart enough to push, just like me. Man, we're doing so well, but we're only like 200 points ahead. That's only like 2 kills. Well, 2 kills, presuming that you don't get any style points. So you get more glory, which is points, for how stylish you are. So essentially, there's in the top right corner, that's the kill feed. With the kill feed, you'll see there's a bunch of adjectives. Oh man, I was just doing terrible there. Oh, I fell off. So the more adjectives you have, the more glory you get. Message me. Not everyone joins the voice if they want to play. Sometimes they just message me directly. Goodbye. What is this? An archer with armor? What a silly compliment. What? Come back here. I'm gonna push you off because you're so annoying. Or you're just gonna run away. And fell off too. Goodbye.
Knock-off kill.
And it's so much fun to brutalize guys. Yep, fall off. No, God, he tripped me. Did he die? I hope he did. Couldn't tell because I got knocked out. You're not gonna help your friend, Mr. Fodder? Fodder is a particular type of bot. So, in many of our game modes, many of our game modes, losing team would get extra reinforcements that try to help balance it out. Which is kind of nice because, like, in situations like this, where I'm winning, it essentially just gives me extra challenge. Because otherwise it would be a cakewalk. So I kind of get this feeling of, it's like I'm fighting the horde of bad guys. Where inversely, if you're on the losing team, you know, it feels like you're fighting a bunch of bosses in a way, because everyone's better than you, probably. Top left, that's the boss taunting me, but I need to clearly fix that his name is getting topped off. Showstopper. Man, there's too many guys for me to go look for Showstopper. I think he's over there on the right side. There he is. And we're just gonna push him off. Get out of here! Came too late. Whew. I think his head went flying. Ooh, I almost walked off there. See, I make fun of bots for doing it, but humans do it all the time. I think that was a double. Ow. Gotta work on the player-on-player collision. So, it used to be like super duper rigid. Ooh, that was a nice slice down the middle. The player on, so you can walk through your friends, and that's fine. It was way too annoying when you couldn't walk through your friends, but we made it recently so that you could. Can I hop this guy? Yes. We made it recently that you would push enemies supposedly slowly when you walk into them, but it just is not doing exactly how we want it. It's more often than not the enemy can just go through you, which is not. It's like I can't do a shield wall. Like if I had me and my friends all with shields and we're trying to like defend flag or something. Oh, look at Skull Crusher, another one of our celebrities. Which I'm also gonna push off the edge because you're right there. Goodbye. I lost my train of thought now. I got so excited about killing that boss. Ow.
Victory.
Yeah, man, we pulled way ahead at the end there. Probably because I killed that boss. I wonder how much glory I got in killing that boss. Probably several hundred. Yeah, is that a boss over there, or is he just a guy? Another high glory match for me. 4 items, less boxes. Like this is slightly useful. Oh, by the way, this is the item that the Vikings gave me for defeating them, which, no, I wanted inventory slots! So, blah. Anyway, this is kind of useful because since I'm a shield user, I block a lot of people all the time. So what this does is it stuns the weapon that I block. So it's fairly useful. More useful against humans. So against bots, they just pretty much swing. They swing as fast as their skill level allows them to. So the low-level bots don't attack as often. High-level bots attack as quickly as possible. So that would slow them down from attacking. But for humans, it actually works a lot better because humans, you get in your ebb and flow of combat. You get used to the rate you need to attack, or you hold it to charge while you're moving into range, and then you let go and such. And by blocking it, screws up their timing. So this is more useful against human beings. And the funny thing is, most people play cooperatively in Forging Glory. There's actually very little urge for PvP right now. Essentially, what usually happens is I tell people, "Hey, I want a PvP. Someone to actually fight me," and like one person says, "Sure, I'll fight you." Trait. After you hit for 0.1 seconds. I almost got excited there. Because 45 is actually a pretty good buff. But it's only for 0.1 seconds. You're gonna get like one shot off unless you're point blank. So, almost. Oh. Maybe someone is gonna join us. Hey, Pancake. I do not hear you. Do you hear me? If you are saying anything, I'm not hearing it. I presume you're messing with your microphone to make it work. Oh, this will be good. We'll have someone to play with. Still do not hear you. Oh, I heard something.
Okay, how about now?
Yep, we hear you. Awesome. And yet again, just like the other night, this is streamed, so keep your naughty thoughts to yourself. Well, you just missed out on defeating the Vikings. Are you speaking or not? Because it is silent yet again. I see your Twitch icon turning green. Not Twitch, your Discord icon turning green, so it makes me think you're trying to talk. Whatever microphone you're using, it's mighty jank. Oh, I hear stuff again.
Alright. Different.
I heard you for a second there.
Switch device. Yeah, use that damn device. Come on.
There. Okay, now I hear you.
I mean, it's a Logitech G340 or whatever. It's pretty nice. I don't know why it's giving problems.
I do not know either.
Might be a Discord thing, not a microphone thing.
Maybe. Wow. I got 424 glory for killing a boss by pushing him off the edge. That's probably the most glory I've gotten in one hit. Oh man, I got 441 for knocking off a different boss.
Wow.
Alright. Anyway, I presume you are in the game.
I'm loading up campaigns now.
Excellent.
Cat.
I hear you, cat.
She sounds upset. Alright, so
I think we will. I think we're just gonna knock out the opposing faction so we get their condolence awards, their rewards for defeating them. So
Okay.
I think we're gonna go after the vultures. There's only one node that we can actually attack on the vultures. It's called Vesic. Vesek.
oh, I see it.
I'm going to start it, and you can join it in 1 minute. Hopefully tonight you will. Let's see. You've gotten the bow unlocked, I presume.
Yep.
So you could use the
King of
bow a
the
bit.
flag.
Like, ideally, you want to unlock everything, and then you can start focusing on a build. Alright, the match is up, so you can join at your leisure. Your Steam client did have you update, right?
Enemy team.
Yeah.
Because there was a new version tonight.
Enemy team has the flag. Your team has the flag.
Tell right now, there's a shield guy on the purple team, like one of the purple's permanent teammates.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be a pain in the butt. He's actually gonna make me aim my blows. How dare he? So when you're fighting against shield guys, you typically want to aim for the head or the feet.
Your team has the flag. Enemy team has the flag. You have the flag.
You hopefully will also notice a frame rate increase. Fixed frame rate issue, and there is volume. Global volume now.
Getting waylaid.
Yeah, I'm coming. Climb, climb, climb! There you go.
Oh no!
Man, I
Way
am
more
totally.
vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm totally. Well, I have the flag though, so at least I heal. As soon as I started falling off the edge, they all started ignoring me though. So now I'm going after them. Come back here. Ow. Oh, I got shot. There's an arrow in my. There's a crossbow bolt in my head. Up to 96 combo multiplier. I am one-shotting. One-shot mode engaged.
They have a lot of bow users themselves, crossbow users.
Yeah, the AI team will pick a theme occasionally. So sometimes they'll pick a theme of crossbowmen or pistols or whatever. Multi-kill. Oh, stop blocking me, you silly bot. That's why it's easier to fight the enemy archers. They can't block.
True. We cannot.
I should make it so the AI archers are more likely to push, though, as a retreat tactic. This boss, I'm doing 2 damage to him. Push him off. No. Oh, no. I'm gonna fall off. Climb. Whew. Oh, God. I lost the flag, but one of our bots picked it up. Help! There is a swarm going after me. My 105% combo is not gonna save me.
Sniping all I can, but
Oh, no, we don't. They have 2 bosses.
damn it.
What?
I just want to hit him 3 times and they all just kind of sail through him.
There is a bigger than expected gap in the neck area. Like, yeah, I've had arrows go through the neck.
Oh, I was aiming for the neck because I thought it'd be a little more reliable than just the head. That way if I went wrong, I'd hit the body.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not
It's...
entirely true.
I mean, I generally aim for that neck too, but I end up getting body shots more often. But I have noticed as well, where that sometimes the arrow will go through the neck because I think the colliders are too spaced out right now. We need to get these bosses near an edge so we can just push them off. That means that I need to make it so the bosses are not have so much freaking damage resistance. It's ridiculous. Bosses are like unbeatable by conventional means. Especially right now, they have healing from that flag. Ow.
I'm gonna help snipe this boss then.
Alright, the flag's been dropped. A regular guy, not a boss, had the flag. Oh.
Enemy
Oh.
team
My flag.
Enemy team has the flag.
Right, now the boss got it. So now they have, like, infinite healing. Because whenever you get them... Gotta regenerate my energy. Like, I think their life is regenerating faster than we can kill them.
I'm only doing like 3 damage a shot on this guy.
Yeah, the bosses have too much damage reduction. I did reduce it a while ago, but I think I need to reduce it again. It is kind of funny how we're all mobbing him. Granted, I don't think we have any fear of losing the match because we are at least 1,000 over. 1,000 over. Oh, out of energy. Can't push him. And oh, he moved away. Oh, yeah. Nice! Right at the end.
Nice. I also got killed right at the last second.
Oh. So, you probably surely got your 10 kills, right?
I think so.
You can look in quests.
Got a lot of headshot kills.
Or you'll see the next item, which would, after the bow is the one-hand sword?
I got a steam two-hand weapon.
Oh, sorry, two-hand sword. Yeah, my bad. Yep, that's it. Two-hand swords are good fun. So two-hand swords actually would help you with bosses, because if you swing for their feet, it's gonna knock them down. Similar to the normal push.
Uh-huh.
But actually generally much better. Cool beans. Alright, so I think we only have one more, two more notes. Defeat the vultures. Huh, interesting. I didn't get the Discord didn't get a GIF of you fighting.
Not a single one.
Well, it has rarely in the past. Let me see if you ever got one from it. It did once. Twice. Yeah, just twice. So I gotta figure out why occasionally GIFs are not making it. Alright, I'm gonna do the Wibbish Lakes, I guess. Unless you want to do Flag Rush, your choice. Flag Rush or Team King the Flag. Team King Flag is what we just did, where the flag gives regeneration.
We can do that again. That's fine. We can do that again. That's fine.
Alright. Flag Rush is essentially slight variant capture the flag. We'll be doing it in 10 minutes anyway. Are you sick, little one?
Team King of
Nope.
the Flag.
It's just that time of year where, well, like most times of the years where occasionally I get a runny nose.
Server's up, by the way. You may join at your leisure.
Need some kind of an indicator for me to be like, hey, you can join now.
There's a little flame, but it doesn't show. Like, you'd have to visit the page after I've started the server. But yes, there is an indicator. Come back here.
Alright. I need to be near you for my health.
Hopefully I won't steal all your kills. Shield guy was getting annoying, so I just punched him and hit him when he was down. Oh, are you dying? Do I need to rescue you?
I got sniped.
was lucky. Behind you.
Yes, indeed.
I tried to kill them all, but apparently it wasn't fast enough. Oh, oh. Jeez. Guys.
I'm just YOLOing into like get 5 kills and then die.
That's fine.
Super effective.
You'll get more glory staying alive for a long time, but it's okay. It definitely helps to have some life steal to do that. So for the shield guys, you could punch them and then hit them to get them off balance. Because when you punch them, their shield won't be in the perfect position to block everything you're doing. Otherwise, swinging for their head and or swinging for their feet. Generally speaking, two-hand swords are super effective at swinging at feet. It'll knock them down and throw them. Ow. Oh no! Drop the flag!
My frame rate is not great. I don't know what.
Yeah, mine's starting to stutter.
Once it's the thick of battle, I just start stuttering like crazy.
Yeah. I will need to investigate such things. I did fix some frame rate issues, but not all of them. Like, I mean, I could spend hours. I spent, yeah, like, I just went off after the easiest stuff. Profiling. Oh, we got a swarm with giant shields. Little miniature bad guys. Yeah, swing for his feet. Oh, sorry. You died.
What'd you say?
I say swing for the boss's feet. Could have knocked him down.
I was swinging for his feet.
Ow. Yes. Die. Yeah.
Damn it! Shot through the middle of y'all.
Nice. By the way, do you know how to aim your sword swings?
I mean, probably could learn something.
So the white line, if you put your crosshair near an enemy, you get a white line for your crosshair that points in a direction. The direction that line faces the direction the sword will swing. So if you want to swing from like top to down, put the crosshair above the enemy's head and it'll swing down. If you put the crosshair to the left of the enemy, it'll swing from left to right. If you put the crosshair to the right of the enemy, it'll swing from right to left, etc., etc. admittedly, like doing this in duel is a lot easier than in the chaos of a team deathmatch.
Yeah.
And then the block, just point. Do not swing. Just point at the enemies trying to attack you. There's a guy behind you.
What do you mean just?
To block, you just point at the enemy weapon. That's all you do. Don't. There's no.
Parry?
Yeah, to parry. There's no button or anything. Just physically placing your weapon in the way blocks attacks. And if you point at the enemy weapon, it will, a little bit of auto aim will help you block reliably. I'm out of energy. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just... This guy just doesn't
wow,
want to...
That guy's not going down.
No, he isn't. We were both pushing him. Oh, I died. He might have had push resistance, actually. I'm watching you kill guys. He just got 3 kills.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh,
Oh no.
rest in peace. Oh, we got Iron Beast.
Oh wow, I died instantly that time.
Has the flag. Enemy team has the flag.
I almost pushed Iron Beast off, but
Enemy team has the
oh, I got the flag for 1 second. Oh, am I gonna live? Oh, never mind. I fell off.
Yeah, I'm not really certain what I did wrong there. But I very clearly...
Your team has the flag. Victory.
Yay!
Yay! You very clearly what? You were starting to say.
Well, I ran up to a bowman and I swung at his feet, and it didn't seem like it connected at all. Couldn't tell if it was just my frame rate stuttering or I just...
So
Is-
technologically, since I'm hosting, my computer is the authority on whether you actually hit or not.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have not lined up on my side, but it looked like it lined up on yours. Which sucks. But it can happen. So that's why a lot of games, they will favor the shooter, essentially. If it looks like a hit, on your screen, more often than not, they'll trust you. Like, they'll do some basic
Yeah,
checks, but
that way it doesn't feel like your good shots are going missing. You're more likely to be someone who thinks they got undercover and got hit anyway.
yeah, exactly.
That's the preference, which I think that's fine. Like, that preference I generally am okay with.
Oh, you got a GIF. Check out the room. You got a GIF for knocking someone to their doom.
A gift?
A GIF. GIF.
Oh. Check
I
out
can't-
the room? What do you mean?
They're in the Discord. In the Discord, there's a Fortune Glory Media channel. You can see a GIF of yourself slicing people up.
Alright, let's see where am I?
It's the bottom one.
There's a whole bunch in there. That's cool. Oh yeah. Swinging for the legs.
Yep. You sliced one guy, right? The last kill in that GIF? You sliced him like right down the head, straight down in half. I don't even know if it was the guy you're aiming for, but you hit the guy who was trying to walk by right down the center. It was some poor archer trying to run away. Interestingly, it says that you knocked one guy off to their doom in that sequence, but I don't see who it was.
Yeah.
good fun. Alright, we only have to
Cool.
do... so you must... Now you've unlocked the one-hand sword.
But
I would
select
presume.
Complete. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna equip a shield now that I'm rolling a one-hander.
Yeah, you'll survive a lot longer. The shield's amazing.
There we
You're
go.
You're slow as balls, but it's a beautiful thing how much that shield will innately block things. Like when you're blocking with a melee weapon, like it actually requires significant concentration.
You gotta work on it.
Yeah, because you have to like, okay, I'm not gonna swing now. I'm going to just like I can see them
Flag
starting to swing at me. I'm not gonna swing first, unless you can purposely swing at an enemy swing, and both swings will cancel each other out. But that takes even more skill. The server's up, by the way. The last of the vultures, the purple guys.
Enemy team has the flag. You have the flag.
But with the shield, you just essentially have to point it in the enemy direction more often than not. Unless someone's trying to get around the shield, you're gonna block. So this is flag match, so it's essentially capture the flag. You deliver the flag to enemy base, though.
Your team has delivered the flag. Your team has the flag.
Ow. Stupid bot punched me.
Your team has delivered the flag.
Is there any action on the mouse button that aligns with the shield?
Nope.
Your team has the flag.
Is there a shield bash or something?
Metal clicks the same push you've always been doing. You just get a small boost for pushing with the shield.
Your team has delivered the flag.
I haven't added a distinct
team
shield
has
bash
the flag.
modifier yet, so there's just a small hidden bonus for shields.
Do what?
There's a small hidden bonus for pushing people when you wield a shield. Or if you're pushing someone with a shield that they themselves are wearing a shield, you get a bonus when you push them. But eventually I'm going to add modifiers so you can like build towards it. There we go. There's too many guys here. Living longer.
He's just chill.
Poor flag guy is unfortunately got stuck on the geometry. He's not delivering the flag.
What's happening?
Yeah, poor AI got stuck. So this is essentially team deathmatch until he gets unstuck
Or killed.
or killed.
Oh, I got flanked. Stop paying attention.
I'm surprised how long that flag guy has stayed alive.
Yeah.
In flag match, there is no healing. Oh man, I'm absolutely surrounded. Run away! The whole swarm is going after me. Yeah, as long as you don't get flanked as a shieldman, you can live a long time. Oh my god. Oh, I finally died. Succumbed to the endless masses of bad guys. I got 41 kills, and you're up to 28.
I really wanted to push that guy off the edge. I'm really close.
Sometimes they really don't want to die. Ow. Good job, fellow shieldman. Oh, here comes the horde.
Just not killing our bot.
It's surprised he's still alive.
Just ignoring him. He's just chilling there.
Oh, they died. We have 2 enemy bosses who are archers. Oh no, the flag's been released. They're delivering it.
Oh yeah?
Yep, they just delivered it.
Yay.
Enemy team has the flag.
Oh man, if boss gets a flag, it's gonna be really hard to stop him. I have the flag.
have the flag.
Delivering it.
Phew.
Your team has delivered the flag. Enemy team has the flag.
Ow, 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 ow. Get up, get up.
Enemy team has delivered the flag.
Oops. I was
Enemy
standing right
team
next to
has
that
the
guy.
flag.
Oh. What happened? My character's freaking out. That was weird.
Enemy team has the flag.
Flag guy!
Team has delivered the flag. Enemy team has the flag.
Got him.
Enemy team has the
Delivering.
flag. You have the flag.
Almost walked off the edge there.
Your team has delivered the flag.
I got the flag.
Your team has delivered the flag. Your team has the flag. Your team has delivered the flag.
Yeah, you got swarmed like crazy. And now they're going after me. You must have been upsetting them. I'm dead.
I was headshotting him over and over again. And they didn't like it.
Yeah, the AI definitely swarms on the player
Your
doing the
team
best.
has
Damn
the
it,
flag.
Spartacus.
He'll do okay. Hopefully. Until he gets swarmed by 10,000 guys.
Victory.
We win. We are the wieners.
We are the winners. There's a boss. Skull Crusher's a boss. He's very big and tall and scary.
Oh, I earned 4 items.
So did I. Oh, I got an inventory slot. What did you get from the vultures?
I got an inventory slot, 2 shields, and a crossbow.
Nice. Okay, so then the crossbow's the last item unlocked. So you will have, once you fool with the crossbow, you will have experienced every weapon. You can start focusing on a build.
Cool. Select compete to play at the selected arena. But I
Yeah.
can't get to the compete button because it's got it grayed out. Is that because the matchup isn't started?
I mean, you could start it technically.
I can't click on anything. All I have is the close button.
I'm not. So you went to the campaign screen?
Yeah, after I equipped my crossbow, I clicked play,
Yeah.
and it took me back to the campaign.
To the Exquisite Hetal campaign, campaign we've been playing together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it says, select compete to play at the selected arena in the top left, but everything else is grayed out. You know, it's like the
Yeah.
tutorial thing where it's trying to get me to click one thing, but it doesn't give me anything to click.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, well you can get around it. So clearly that's an issue. It should be like boxing out the compete button, but apparently it's covered up. Urgh.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you just hit the
Okay.
X in the top right, you can exit the whole browser.
Yeah,
and then you
I
can
just
go back in.
exited and then rejoined the quick play, so I'm back here again.
So if you want, you can host this match. It's up, or I can. Doesn't matter.
Whoever clicks first hosts it.
Yep.
Is that how that works?
Yep. Yes.
Alright, so there's a team deathmatch and a duel.
Yes.
Duel?
Duel will be less hectic, so you can actually like focus on how the mechanics work.
Some techniques.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try that. Starting Soiva. Duel. Oh, the crossbow is rendering really strangely.
Yeah. The roll selection screen is really weird for some reason. I need to figure out why. I figured that's just a visual issue, so it's not a top bug.
Duel.
So, helmet armor is being rendered on top of what
Oh,
I'm
he
seeing.
double sworded me.
Yeah, duel.
Whenever I heard your little voiceover to kill enemies to get the next weapon. But
Yeah.
you said it 4 times in a row.
Yeah. Yes, I heard about that bug from last night. Or night before. I'm gonna jump off here because... Or change characters or something because... there's a bug where the head armor renders over your screen. Which is fairly annoying.
Adequate.
Yeah, that's weird. I gotta fix that, clearly.
So a duel is just an equal matchup.
Correct. So if there are 2 players on one team, there are 2 on the other.
So the crossbow seems to have a different mechanic than the bow.
You can't fire a
If
partial
I
charge.
move, even after I let go of the weapon, it seems to the tracer round like shifts its velocity. Because what I'm trying to do is charge up as I'm moving, stop, release, and then continue moving while I'm waiting for it to hit. But I keep watching it go over the shoulder, opposite the direction I'm moving.
Opposite direction. Generally speaking, yeah, moving and like unless you're moving straight forward, like if you're strafing, like you just wiggle too much, and yeah, it goes all over the place. So
even stopping for a moment is not good enough to adjust the velocity.
Typically it is. That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, yeah, it's. Is there a like a dither, like an intentional inaccuracy built into
No.
the crossbow?
No.
Because maybe it's just at range, it's going over their shoulder because it randomly, like has a slight spread or something.
No, there's no purposeful spread. It does, like, you have to wait. There is a slight delay of when your animation of your character walking finishes. And then
okay, that may be more to do with it.
Yes. Wonder where the other blue guy is. Is he on the other side? Yep, there he is.
Missing one?
Yeah, we're missing one. Yeah, he's over here.
Give me...
Flank kill. Victory.
That was pretty darn easy.
Yay!
Just walk on.
We won, so I run into the pit and explode into a little fireworks. That's pretty cool.
I was trying to mimic the Smash Brothers, killing someone.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool. That's the first time I've really watched what happens when someone goes off the edge. Like I guess I've seen it happen a couple times to enemies, but I'm so distracted.
Yeah, duel is definitely the best place to practice everything. There
Yeah.
is nothing else to unlock once you get the 10 kills with the crossbow, so you can play around with whatever you want now.
Cool.
So, what of the weapons, which was your favorite?
So just the ones that I played today sword and board was good because of the survivability, especially for horde mode. I positioned myself well. I almost never got hit.
Mm-hmm.
The bow was really hard to use. Like, I guess I liked that I could release it early if I needed to, fire more rapidly close range, but does the power, the damage that it does, is that also reduced?
Yes.
I figured. So, like, I'm firing off quick shots, hoping I can get a critical headshot, kill something, but it's like a panic thing. So the crossbow, you have to completely charge it or it does not fire at all.
Correct.
That was a lot harder to do, but something about the aim actually felt better for me than the bow.
Yeah, the bow. So because the crossbow is center aligned, I think that helps a lot. Whereas the bow is slightly in the direction of whichever hand you wield it in. So if you wield it in the right hand, it's slightly to the right.
Yeah.
Which means at point blank, you need to be aware that your crosshair is not like your crosshair is. So actually, I did like the crosshair projects like it tries to predict the trajectory, but it has to pick kind of a distance where the crosshair is going to line up, and so I chose like
I did
whatever.
notice that. That was kind of neat.
So it's like 20 meters or something. I forgot what number I chose. 15 meters. So at point blank range, because the bow is slightly offset from your center of your vision, if the crosshair is not perfectly accurate. The flip side is, well, it's point blank. It's pretty hard to miss anyway. But yes, there is the issue of that when they're closer than that 15 whatever meters, it will be slightly off. But the problem is, if I put the bow in the center, then it obscures your view, and then people complain about that. So.
Yeah. I think, maybe the positioning, I didn't notice specifically. It was the position of the bow that was hard. The only one that gave me any visibility issues was the shield, and I think that's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Like, that one felt okay to be like, I can't see what's happening, but I'm safe behind here, so it's fine.
Yeah.
The rest of them I could see around.
In the old Fortune Glory, you could actually move the shield around using the mouse button with whatever hand it's on, but got rid of that.
I remember that kind of.
It was a long time ago. I don't even know if it existed, but when you had played, it was back before like any art existed. It was all gray boxes and colored gray boxes or colored boxes. Anyway, we might as well. Oh, go ahead.
Do more campaign?
Yeah, I figure we
suggest.
I was gonna say finish off the elephants and get one more free item. Hopefully another inventory slot.
Okay. Let's see, what do I want to fight with? So the two-handed weapon was really fun because of the
knockdown.
The knockdown. But I had some trouble aiming it, and in horde mode, you're just so exposed.
Yeah.
Like, you can justify being that exposed if you have a bow or a crossbow, because you can get at range. But a close hand with the two-hander is really brutal to, like, try and survive any amount of time.
Yeah. You have to really focus on blocking. Movement speed. So now that you've experienced everything, you're going to start seeing more and more modifiers start appearing. Like stacking movement speed is a huge benefit because you can just move out of the way when you see someone swinging at you. You can, of course, there's armor, there's hack resistance. Hack resistance is reduces damage of like swords. So you can make yourself tougher. You can just straight up add hit points, and probably the most flexible, almost critical for meleeer is lifesteal of some form. Melee lifesteal, so that you can get your health back.
That would be nice.
So there's.
Looks like I got a few duplicate items. Extra shield. Extra spear. Knight spear. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the spear. Stats. Okay. That puts me down to a unique set of things. Alright.
As long as you have about 4-ish inventory slots open, you don't need to worry about losing items. You will get
So
money in
the
exchange.
extra inventory. How do I redeem that? How do I get it?
Oh, to unlock it, you just click on the inventory tab, top center, and then click unlock on the inventory slot. On the inventory item.
Alright. Cool. Yeah, I've got 21 inventory. Cool.
Doing a few campaigns, you'll unlock a bunch because they are essentially the de facto reward for campaigns.
Alright, so TDM, how does this work? Team deathmatch.
It's just straight up murder.
Okay.
Very easy.
No outside objectives other than kill, kill, kill.
Just kill.
I'm gonna
The more stylish you kill them, the more points you get. So like knock him off the edge, headshots, stuff like that.
flanking.
Flanking, overkilling them. So like if they have 10 hit points left and you whack them with a 2-hand sword, it's all those types of things. Living a long time or glory. So do you want to host or do you want me to host?
I already started it. Jump on in when you're ready.
Yeah, I don't have like a real-time thing that updates the arena status to show the little fire icon. I just shot my own teammate. Headshot. Double kill. That was a terrible shot. It takes me like a good 5 minutes or more for me to get used to doing range stuff.
Sniper kill. Headshot.
Can't wait for me to add a freaking zoom modifier to the game. Because shooting this crossbow from far away is really hard. Walking off the edge. I get this distinct feeling that I'm losing my connection to you.
Well, bring it back.
Because I was getting hit there without anyone near me. I'm guessing you're on Wi-Fi.
I'm on a LAN connection. Should be 75 megabits.
I'm a filthy liar.
Oh no!
Kill. Sniper kill.
Are you in the game now?
Oh yeah, I've been for a while.
Sniper
I'm just sniping
kill.
and sitting
I mean,
in the thick of things.
like not
Yeah, I'm not having a lag anything. issues.
lagging is what I kind of meant.
Yeah, I'm not lagging anymore. My shots are connecting just fine. Actually, I don't. Is this crossbow multi-hit? I don't think so. I saw you just get murdered there.
Yep, I got chased. I was at a sliver of health.
updates, my developer account, the non-production account, has multi-hit on the crossbow. So I can shoot multiple guys if they're lined up. Nice. Saw you do that. You're all by yourself. Almost. No.
Valentia, you're on your own.
I don't have any life steal on this.
Sniper kill. Sniper kill. Sniper kill.
It was inevitable.
Flank kill.
No.
Get double teamed.
Yeah. Thank you for rescuing me. Oops. Then I got shot. You haven't even unlocked another avatar slot, have you? You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ow, ow. Then every single bad guy starts shooting me as soon as I start getting any kind of kill streak. Ow.
Made the mistake of sprinting towards crossbowmen.
With
They
well,
shot
keep
me
your
and I
shield.
hit.
Well, keep your shield up. So you do control the direction of the shield by just the direction you're facing. So if you want to protect your head,
Yeah.
just aim up a little bit. Help!
Flank kill.
Oh, no, no, no! Just walked off the edge because I was backpedaling.
Sniper
Knock off
kill.
kill.
Headshot.
Headshot.
Sniper kill. Sniper kill.
Headshot. Ow. Ow.
Risky kill?
It's killing someone at low health.
Sniper kill.
Ow. have any modifiers, do you?
No. I'm just vanilla.
You let Super Bob pass you, and he just... And I was like right behind you, and he slashed me right in half. Do some close combat archery.
I don't know if there's a ledge that's just after the win. If I can still move around, my instinct is to jump into it. It's like Overwatch when you win on well, and as soon as the game ends, and it's like, you know, the game starts to slow mo.
Yeah,
You
slow
just kind of
motion.
slow motion jump down into the well like YOLO. I got 3 items. Knight shield. An inventory slot, yay.
Yep, I got one of those too as a tribute.
And another knight spear. Okay. Don't need the knight spear.
Do I have multi-hit anything? I do. I have a +2 multi-hit, but I don't know if I want to waste a +2 multi-hit on the crossbow. Your gift just showed up, so yeah, you've been successfully. Your gifts have been making it recently.
My what?
Your gifts.
Oh.
So I can see you poking guys with your spear.
Rapid fire, poke, 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 push. Poke, 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 push. Did a lot of that. Step, 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 push. Did the one where I knocked off like 3 guys in a row? Is that one on there?
Was it the previous match?
Yeah,
I see the previous match. I see you get a awesome shot someone right in the head, and they go flying backwards. You check the room. You can see her.
nice. Yeah, that was pretty good. 50 damage. That's pretty good. 70 glory with 1 long range hit. You got 168 glory with 1 enemy. Woo! Look at that shot. You boonk.
It's probably anxiety.
Yeah, there was one where I happened to run by an archer that was just standing right on the edge, and I was just like, I shoved him off, and I turned around, and another one had walked up to me, and was standing near the edge, and I just shoved him off too. It was like knockoff kill. Knockoff kill. And I'm like, alright. Thanks for that, bots. Okay, so what is glory for?
Glory is just general score. It's like experience.
Okay.
In
That's how you show off how cool you are?
Yep, it's style points.
What about voxels?
That's your currency. That's money. So you get voxels for selling stuff. You spend voxels to buy stuff. But since you've not finished the training campaign, you have not unlocked the voxel shop.
Okay, so I have voxels, but I can't buy anything with them.
Not yet. So, yeah, at some point you need to play through the training campaign. It only takes. You've done the first match, so there's only, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. Because you have to do like 4 matches. Essentially, you leveled all your weapons with me instead of doing it as part of the tutorial. So normally, like, you play 1 match and you unlock the next weapon, you play another match, unlock the next weapon, and you do it as part of the tutorial experience. You just kind of did it with me instead.
Yeah.
reward for the training campaign is 2 inventory slots and a voxel shop slot and an avatar slot, I think. You'd have to go check. You can click on your training campaign and look at the rewards. Actually, heck, I can look at mine and tell you what it is. You get a voxel shop slot, you get an avatar slot, and you get 3 inventory slots. So avatar slots allows you to have more than one avatar, so you can jump between them really easily. Like, that's how I'm able to build my crossbow guy at the same time as my sword and board guy. And then once you finish the training campaign, your second campaign will give you more voxel shop slots and the voxel smith. The second campaign you can play with your friends, though. The training campaign's only one you can't invite friends into. So, like, we could play through your second campaign together.
So, I would have to go to campaigns and do my training campaign. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it now, since if we're gonna play another match together.
Yeah. Like in order to
Get the
unlock
shop.
the voxel shop.
Yeah.
So the shop, does it just have like randomly generated items in it, or
Yes.
you had that? I think that's how you had it before.
Yep. So it still is that way. So unlike, say, Division or a lot of other looter shooters, like, the shop doesn't recycle on its own. It only recycles when you tell it to. So, like, if there's an item you like, you can just keep it there until you have enough money to buy it. Otherwise, you can just hit the recycle button, the replace button, and it costs a teeny bit of voxels, like, at most 250, but usually it's like 50 or something just to get a completely new random item.
Gotcha.
The downside of the shop
Just
is...
reroll this shit.
Yeah. The shop is literally completely random, whereas the items that you earn in matches, the more items you earn, the more the items are similar to the items you use to fight the match. So, like, if you just played a match with spear and shield, it's more likely that you're going to earn another spear and shield. It also looks at your modifiers. So if you had lifesteal, it'll say, oh, he must like lifesteal. I'm going to give you more lifesteal.
That's kind of cool. So you can train that. You can not only pick, like, while you're using your favorite stats, you're training the store to give you more of the stat you like.
Well, not the store. That's the matches.
The matches. Oh, okay.
So the store is completely random, no matter what.
Completely random. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like, so you can't. It's more worth your time to go play matches and get more money, get more glory, get more everything else, and earn them. The shop is good for, like, I need a vanilla sword so I can do crafting. Or I'm looking for a particular modifier for crafting. I'm just going to keep shuffle until I get the modifier I need.
Gotcha. Alright, so the campaigns, how do you actually start one? Like, I see that, like, I joined your existing campaign from before.
So the game will always make sure that you have one campaign in progress, but you can't have multiple. So for you to unlock that, your second campaign, your second campaign, we're eventually gonna have like a story-based second campaign, but there isn't one right now. So right now, it'll just give you, once you finish the training campaign, it will give you a random generated campaign, but it'll have special rewards designed for you.
Okay.
So it'll give you the voxel shop and the voxel smith.
Cool. So this one that we're in now has no more defenders. It's just got these 4.
Yeah, so we just need to wipe out the neutrals, and then we get the rewards for that the Mad Lizards was going to give us. The Mad Lizards was going to give us an inventory slot, a voxel chest, and then 2 modifiers for crafting.
Cool.
So if we play 4 more matches tonight, we could get all that stuff.
Alright.
But we don't have to tonight. But if you wanted to.
Well, I'm down to play more. We don't have to try and grind out all 4, but I'm down to play more.
Sure, let's play at least 1 more. And so pick whichever one you want to do. It looks like you have Team Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and 2 flag matches. So, flag match is the
flag
most...
rush is where you push the flag into the enemy base?
Yes. It's the most competitive one.
Okay. Let's do one of these. I'll pick East Chev Island.
Alright. The crossbow was actually quite fun.
I got disconnected from the server.
You can just rehost it.
Okay. I'm in.
Alright. I am looking for a multi-hit. See, this is where the shop is useful. Because I'm just hitting shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Looking for something with multi-hit on it. Unfortunately, multi-hit is one of the most expensive modifiers in the game.
Meow.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Pretty sure I got the +2 multi-hit as a reward for completing a campaign. But I don't want... Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go... Ooh. I just got an avatar slot in the voxel shop. Alright, do I have a headpiece in here? I do. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to make myself a headpiece with multi-hit on it. Holy shit, it costs -20 hit points! Ah! Fine, I'll do it. Alright, then on my crossbowman, I'm going to equip multi-hit. Yes. Alright, this will be good fun.
Knockoff kill.
Yeah, knockoff kills is actually one of the quickest ways to get glory.
I've been at 8 health for like half the game. I keep getting a risky kill every time I kill someone.
Nice. See, I almost never get risky kill anymore because I have so much lifesteal.
Oh, and I'm dead. Because the cat put a tail in my face. Super rude.
Your team has delivered the flag.
Ow.
Your team has the flag.
As soon as I finally hit someone, I get killed.
Your team has delivered the flag.
No.
Has the flag.
Man, there's no cover. The only thing I can hide behind are statues.
Delivered the flag.
I'm gonna have the sword and board to cut down all these archers in the. They're everywhere.
You have the flag.
I can't play my crossbow because there's so many enemy archers.
Your team has delivered the flag. You have the flag.
By the way, it's 300 glory to deliver the flag.
Nice. I've delivered it, I think, 2 or 3 times now.
You have the flag. Your team has delivered the flag.
Oh wow. I just got owned by a random bot.
Your team has the flag. Delivered the flag.
What?
Your team has the
It's just-
flag.
One of the bots knocked me over, and I was like rolling around on the ground trying to get up. As soon as I stood up, he just one hit hacked me with a 2-hander.
So the
It's like,
bots,
well, alright.
the bots still operate under the same rules of the olden days when you weren't allowed to hit people on the ground. So they don't even try to hit you when you're on the ground. They wait.
You have the flag. Your team has delivered the flag. Your team has the flag.
Ow.
Your team has delivered the flag.
No!
Your team has the flag.
Ran out of sprint, the bot got it.
Sorry, you delivered it successfully.
The flag.
Oh, you trying to knock that dude off?
Oh, sorry, I killed him.
Okay.
Your team has delivered the flag.
It's very satisfying to get knockoff kills. Feels really good.
Your team has delivered the flag. Your team has the flag.
Fall off.
Your team has delivered the flag.
We got enemy boss archer.
Your team has the flag. Your team has delivered the flag.
Victory?
Did it?
Huh.
What?
Definitely. I was having some crazy packet loss because it still said there's 3 minutes left.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like half of my shots
Well,
were not hitting.
You joined the game much later though, right? Because you were crafting an item or whatever.
Yes, but it should have still. I mean, I should have gotten the correct time. So something weird happened there. There might be a bug. I did mess with the timing code recently. Upon blocking enemy attack with a shield, plus 34 maximum increased damage to chain kills for 0.9 seconds. 10-second cooldown. Well, that's not terrible, but not great. But it has no other interesting modifiers on it.
Picking up the flag is worth 25. Delivering it is worth 250.
Oh, maybe it's 250. Sorry, I thought it was 300. The gif of you has you hitting 7 enemies while near death.
Oh yeah, that's where I was getting all of those risky kills. Just like bam, 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 bam.
It just shows a swarm of enemies in front of you. You just poke, 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 and you kill only like 1 or 2 of them in it.
Yeah, well, I did eventually kill them all.
Alrighty, I like this trait on this item, but I don't know. Oh, it's a lower arm. Perfect. I totally can slot that in. Lower arms are for traits, so that's perfect. Yes. I can put it on my archer too. Also, I can try putting the multi-hit on my melee guy. Now the problem is now my melee guy has 69 hit points.
What's the normal?
100.
What's the base hit points?
100.
100.
Yeah, so I have minus 31
Yeah, that's
from modifiers. Like potentially someone who's modified themselves towards damage could one-shot me at this point. Especially piercing attack. Like I have 50% hack resistance, so a sword will do half damage on me, but like a crossbow with a little bit of damage bonus probably could one-shot me.
yeah, that's volatile.
I want to try it. I want to see how bad it is.
Alright, I started a new campaign. The next one down.
Yes.
Sniper kill.
That was pretty good. First shot. First shot in the game killed someone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Get out of here.
You bad guy? Can't tell. Unfortunately, these gray guys get camouflaged.
Super kill. Super kill. Super kill.
Nope. Close combat archery. No bueno with crossbow. Oh, I got a multi-kill with the crossbow. I hit 2 guys in a row. Because they were lined up. Ow. Oh god. Oh god! Walked off the edge from backpedaling! We got a boss. Ow. Got my revenge. Nope.
Yeah, that bot schooled me.
Oh, point blank kill. Nice. Headshot. Nice. Nice. Oh, that was a nice shot for me. Ow. I really need to start dual streaming these. So what I do is I record it and then upload it to YouTube. But it takes like hours to upload these things to YouTube. They're so long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, since you're using a spear, remember you get bonus damage with the backstabbing.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the perfect lined up shot. Hit multiple guys at once. Almost dead here. Oh, I get to have a bunch of risky kills. Oh, I died.
Boop, boop, boop.
Behind you. there were swarms of arrows right next to me because I was hiding behind a fence. The AIs were missing me, hitting the fence. Oh, I got a double kill. Because they're lined up.
Sniper kill.
Oh,
Yeah, there's too many of them.
just knocked off like 2 bosses that last fight.
Nice. Oh, there's too many ranged guys. Yeah, you're beating me in glory by several hundred. I have more kills, but only 4. Oh, stupid pistol guys, they keep interrupting my reloading. Oh, double kill. Nice.
Don't know why, but it's always fun. Got 2 items. A desert keeper body. Is that just a different design?
Yep, different skin. If it's white, then just no modifiers. Yeah.
What's the chances of actually getting a item with modifiers?
It increases as you earn more glory. So, like, almost every item I get, like 90% of items I get have modifiers on them for me. So, how much glory do you have total?
15,000.
Yeah, so I think it's like 20,000. It'll become fairly common, but they'll be lesser. They won't be like super high values. And just over time, as you keep playing, you'll get more and more rare, fancy stuff. You know, pretty much your normal RPG progression.
Very cool.
Well,
So the spear is fun. It's got that flanking damage multiplier, but the sword is just a lot of damage compared to it. I might play with sword in the future.
yeah. There's a nice gif of you knocking a guy off and then stabbing some others. The last gif that was posted.
Oh, it was one of my knockoffs?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
knockoff.
that guy.
You knocked off a guy and then you started stabbing guys next to him.
I ended up killing all but one of those dudes.
I didn't see any bosses, so you're killing them pretty darn fast.
Yeah, well, the other bots would like I saw a couple times where the other friendly bots were being chased by them. And,
Oh.
And on 2 different occasions, the boss went to run by me, and I just pushed him off the edge because he was focused on the other bot. I was like, "Oh hey!" He was like, "Ah!"
No.
I was gonna kill the other guy.
Nice. I'm really glad I added those bosses. Those bosses were added 2 Mondays ago, and it was like one of the last things I added to the gigantic update. So like essentially we hadn't posted an update for a month and a half, and so I threw bosses in the last few days of that update, and man, it's paying off. It's a real highlight to see the bosses show
Yeah,
up.
they really are fun. like when it shows up, you're like, okay, I gotta rethink this because they're tougher and
I do
you
think
gotta
the damage
swarm 'em.
resistance is a little extreme, but I'll tweak it.
Yeah, well, it really was only a problem, I think, in that one game mode.
So generally speaking, the damage, the bosses are supposed to be tougher. The more that you're winning, that your team's winning. So yes, we were one of those matches we were like 2,000 points ahead. So it's gonna pick an absurdly tough boss.
Interesting.
Alrighty, so what's our status here? So we only have 2 left: team deathmatch and a flag rush.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what, 2:30 a.m. for you?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Yeah, we can. I'm trying to do a stream every night, so we can continue playing tomorrow and win all those items. And then, if you want, if you finish up your training campaign, then I can help you win your second campaign, so you unlock the shop and the voxel smith.
Gotcha. Well, I probably won't play tomorrow night. Probably not Friday night either. I may play Saturday night.
All right. Well, I'll do the normal announcing to the room. So I should do the ending spiel. What you just watched was Forging Glory. You go to forgingglory.com to join us in beta and become a gladiator of the arena. All right. Very good. Thanks for watching, y'all. Good night.